We are live.
Oh.
Finally, I think. I think we have sound. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself in a room. See, it's weird that we can't see the comments.
You can see it on your phone.
So we have to go on the phone. Let me try and check it out. What's up, guys? Let me see. Okay, okay, I'm deleting this.
Where are we? I have a question.
Yes.
Where are we?
We are in Hollywood, Los Angeles.
Mhm.
And everyone's asking on Facebook what happened. I don't even know what happened, guys.
We're technically illiterate.
This is
little,
true.
Little room that we're in.
Just imagine the process I have just trying to make music. Technically, is a mess. So we should be live now, and I'm trying to see. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing something. I think we have. Hello, guys. Okay. Oh shit! I'm hearing myself. This is
Turn that down.
good. So now I think we can see comments. This is awesome. Yo from Ireland, Alan Farrell.
What's up, Ireland?
What's up, guys? I wish we could see your comments on our little thingy on the side.
Yeah, that would be way
kind
easier.
of that you would think that would be the point, right? But
any Facebook users know how to change that feature?
Because right now I'm staring at this on my screen to see. Wait, God, I'm staring at this to see the comments, and it's kind of hard to keep track, but
we are. So we rarely get to be in the same city together, and
this is true. He tries to avoid me most of the time.
Have to put a whole country between us.
I can respect that.
He came to New York last month.
Yeah.
Last month?
I think it was a month and a half ago, right?
Did you come in March or February? I think you came in March.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And now I am here, and we have some things in the process. Do you want to tell people what we've been working on?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had so many people asking me, like, is there going to be a new album? Is there going to be new material, new songs? And I kind of have kept it under wraps because we didn't want to be like.
We can say that we're working on something.
I think we can say that we're going to release an album this year, right?
Knock on wood, but we're working. We're working with that goal.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah.
And
what did you do this morning? I feel like a parent trying to...
Oh, no, you're right. This is me. I'm so in my own head right now because it's just been running around. So the whole vinyl thing, this is going to be a good way to just start things off. This, as most of you know, the people who have supported our Crates endeavor.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, everyone. That was amazing. It's been kind of the bane of my life because the process has been crazy with everything from mastering the vinyls, which I thought I did a decent job of, but also dealing with the artwork and making sure that will look hopefully good and vibrant and all that stuff on the actual vinyl. But dealing with all that stuff has been a long process since we reached our goal around December, I think it was. But we finally gotten everything together and it's been approved, and I received the test pressings last week, and we just today went to visit a guy who lives in Glendale in California here in LA. Robert Panico, the dude, the vinyl master. He had a great system, and he said, you can come to my spot, listen to them, because we wanted to make sure they sounded good before we're actually going to sell them, before we send them out to you guys, before they go into production. So I was super nervous. I had listened on a cheapy vinyl player a couple of days ago, and it sounded horrible. So I was really down and heartbroken about this whole thing maybe not even happening because it was just so much work, and if they didn't sound good and all that stuff. But they sound amazing. Pat on the back. They do sound great, and we're so happy. And we got the test pressings. We gave Robert one of the test pressings just because he was awesome and helped us out. So thank you, Robert. You are the man. And they sounded amazing. It was great to hear them on vinyl. I mean, you have...
It's a different audio quality, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lifeness that it has.
True. There's a tactile quality to the thing of putting putting it on the player, and it sounds...
It takes way more effort.
It's a lot of work, I'm not going to lie. But, no, it was awesome. Let me see what people are saying. Go on my phone here if we can... I wish that there was a way... Oh, God, I don't even know if we can keep up with these comments. We've got 132 comments, guys. Guys, just thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So... Thanks.
Literally, why can't I see these comments? Well, shouldn't I be able to see these comments?
I think so, but...
Right? You think so? I'm worried that I'm going to do something and end the stream by mistake.
Don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Robert Panico's tuning in. He said, is playing right now. Fucking love you, Robert. You're the man. And I messed up your vinyl by signing it. I'm sorry. I should have done that. My writing is horrible, and I promise never to sign anything else again. Do you think I can press this X to go back?
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
So if we're here taking questions, really anything you guys want to know.
Yeah, exactly. If I can find the comment, that's the question.
Oh, yeah.
I really want to. Someone's asking. Dennis Gruter? I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Thanks for joining us, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis. It's vinyl still available. No more vinyls. They sold out in December. It was a crowdfunding thing. For those who don't know, Crates is this sort of thing where you get to set a threshold, say 100 or 500 or 1,000 vinyls, and then once that goal is met with pre-orders, people that say, I want that vinyl, they'll pay whatever price you set, and then once it's reached that goal, it'll kick into production like we've now seen. So they're already sold. They've sold out, unfortunately. It's not like we had 500 printed up and they're ready to be sold. They've already been sold, so now they're going to be kicked into production. So no more vinyls, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. It's a bigger process. In the future, if and when we get a label or management involved, definitely I'd love to do another run of vinyls. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. Do
you want me to be the comment moderator?
Please, yes.
I think that's
that would
a good
be rad.
Can
you?
Yeah.
If you can find the comments.
Yeah.
Any word on the Springsteen EP?
Woo! It was just an idea. I'm glad you mentioned that, though. I've been listening to a lot of Springsteen lately, and I think it would be a really fun experiment. So we might try that. Thanks. Hi, Serbia. We're glad that you're joining us.
What? Serbia in the motherfucking house.
Tyler Douglas wants to know, why don't you guys tour? You gonna take that?
You should take that. I've been telling everyone for so many months. you take it.
We're gonna try and tour. We haven't played our first official show yet, but we have the material almost that we need. We just have to bomb in a few, unpublicized shows in some hole in the wall places first before we're ready to take it nationally. But yeah, I think we both wanna tour.
Yeah, so, we'd love to.
Hopefully that will come together in the next 6 to 8 months, and
I feel like also a lot of people are asking, like, are you going to play in the UK anytime? Are you coming to Canada? I haven't even played a gig in my local coffee shop. We haven't performed live, so it's a bit of a bigger project because you have to find out how you're going to do it. It's not going to be a live band situation in our case. It's going to be more of a backtracks with some live elements, and Tyler on vocals, and so
and keytar.
For sure, he's all about that guitar. So yeah, it's just finding out how to do it. That's the bigger, and then that takes time, and then we live in different cities, so it's just a whole logistical thing. Any other? Do you know how to update the comments?
Bring on the satin Coke jacket, man.
Dude, that Coke jacket, that was Nathan Barnett that I saw. He posted that. He did a video, and I was like, where'd you get that jacket? And it was from Forever 21, guys. $35 worth money. I'm very happy I got it.
Thank you for being awesome, Bender Rodriguez. Mitch Poirier. How long have you been singing, Tyler? I've been a professional musician since I was 21 years old. 10 years. I've been singing longer than that, but they weren't paying me for it then. Not that they're paying me for it now, but I get to count it on my taxes that I'm a musician. So for a long time, I have a solo project as well. Tim and I met in a co-writing room, and that's how the Midnight was started.
Yeah.
He was trying to blend his aesthetic with mine, and had the brilliant idea after I think we'd just seen Drive. Is that?
It was a year after Drive came out. It was 2012.
But that's one thing that we referenced kind of early on.
Yeah. But it took about a year to find out that it was going to be this retro synth 80s thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of... Because the first song we did was We Move Forward, right?
Correct.
And then the same day, I think we wrote the chorus for Gloria. And I think, did we do... I think we also... Maybe the next session we did Kick Drums with Red Wine. We did the verses for that.
Yeah,
But they sat for about a year before that, because that was 2012, and the EP Days of Thunder came out in the summer of 2014. So it took a while for me to figure out what this thing was before we knew that it was going to be this retro thing. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes.
How many are alive? Right? We've got 216 people alive. That's crazy. Did you find out how to update the...
Yeah. Megan Mullins! Hey, it's good to... I'm glad you're joining. Megan is a fan from Kentucky.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Hi, Megan. Hi, Tim. Hi.
David Fox. Live performance. Sing some song from the album. What is your favorite... what is your favorite Midnight song that you've done?
You should start. You start.
I really like Los Angeles. That one came about really kind of seamlessly, and I really like that one. That was the last song that we wrote together for Days of Thunder, and right before I left LA to move to New York. Yeah, it felt like a leaving song for me.
It definitely feels like that for sure.
Demetrius says, in case of a tour, we want the live sax.
Again, like, our saxophone player lives in Denmark, so if you want to pay him to come over and give him a full-time wage.
Or if any of you guys are especially good saxophone players.
It would have to be someone that can really live up to his sound for sure, but
favorite 80s movie?
Oh my God, I've answered that question so many times, and it's always a different answer because there's so many good ones. I don't have one. What's yours? I'm just palming off the questions to you. Come up with something cool.
Favorite 80, like Empire Strikes Back.
Was that
83?
83, I think.
Yeah,
that's good. I mean, Risky Business. Definitely Cocktail too, but that's like the kind of the not cheese, but Cocktail is cheese. Let's be honest. Tom Cruise. Oh yeah. Our little thing, our old Midnight logo was actually inspired by the Cocktail and Dreams font. Anyway, yeah, there's so many good movies from the 80s.
What is our songwriting process like?
That is a good question. Usually, it's me coming up with some kind of progression on the keys and sending it to Tyler, or as in now when he's in the same room, I'll be like, what do you think about this? Or I'll have usually just be a loop, a rough idea, and in the very early stages, and either you will be like, ooh, I like this, or you're like, so it kind of starts from the chords, and I build the track once the song is written.
I thought that when I moved that we would do a lot more writing remotely, but it doesn't really happen. It happens better when we're in the same room.
It tends to. The only one we've written remotely is the Comeback Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
That was the last song we wrote for Endless Summer, because I felt like we needed something nostalgic.
Bill Shepard said for the 80s movie question, Empires or Raiders are the only...
Oh my God, Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, Raiders.
Raiders, so good.
Yeah.
Poltergeist, too.
Ooh. Poltergeist might have made me afraid of ghosts for my whole life.
So E.T., come on, guys. I mean, sorry. So many.
Tony Duffy wants to know, who does your Instagram artwork?
So many people. It's random images that I find on blogs and Tumblr posts and stuff. And I always try to credit if I know who did the artwork, and if they have an Instagram account I can link to. but it's not like we have a guy that we're paying to just do images every day. It's just random stuff I find on the internet and we post. You're a good moderator. This is good.
Thank you.
This is good.
I
You're
like
doing
being
a
the
great
moderator. Remix contest for a song from the album? ? From Paul.
I thought about that too. We're actually currently working on a. This is super top secret news, so you'll have heard it first here. We're working on a remix album with Silk, which is an EDM. Not he hates that term. Jacob Henry is great, and he hates that term. But an electric dance music label or whatever you want to call it. They're great. They've got a base here in Santa Monica in LA and all around the world. But they've been great, and we're doing a release of the midnight remixed, which is going to be deep house and progressive house and trance and ambient music, and it's really cool. It's so great. But I would love to hear some remixes. It's just one of those things that time and energy, and I haven't gotten around to that, and it's definitely something I'd love to do in the future for sure.
What does this mean? Any word on the Spire pack?
Oh,
that
that's a synth. I haven't started on Spire yet, but that'll be the next one, I think.
Tell them what
that is. So for you,
because I don't know.
It's a synth. Spire is a soft synth that I use a lot. And I love it. It's very electro sounding, but it has some good. The pad in Memories, the intro pad, that's a Spire pad. It's beautiful, and I love that synth. So I want to do some sound packs, so kind of a preset pack or sound set, or what you want to call it. I'm currently working on the one for Diva, and that should be finished fairly soon. It'll include all the sounds I used on Endless Summer that incorporate Diva. With Diva is another synth, so that should be done pretty soon. It'll probably be like around 40 sounds. Spire will be up next on the list.
If you're just joining us, the vinyl, we just listened to the test pressing today. It gets the green light. Vinyl is very labor and cost intensive, so thank you guys for your patience.
Yeah.
It'll be out soon.
Yeah.
Soon is a vague word on purpose.
Which could mean 2018.
Kevin James. What's up, Kevin? Vampires feels like it warrants a part 2 with additional verses. Any chance there are other lyrics you cut from the song? No other lyrics that we cut from the song, but we have kind of written a part 2. It has a different name, but
we have one?
Priscilla?
Ooh, you're right.
It's the older brother of Vampires.
This is true.
It's another
It's almost a continuation in the story.
It kind of is. Yeah, they live in the same universe. Mm-hmm. A prequel, if you will.
Yes. Imagine. I think you coined the phrase when you said the vampires kind of takes place in a 1980s New York American Psycho Patrick Bateman universe, which I kind of love that image. And Crystalline is going to be on the next album, and it's definitely a spiritual successor to Vampires.
David Fox, thanks for joining us in the Czech Republic. We love you back.
Dude, thank you for how many? That's awesome. We've got so many people from different countries.
Really cool.
Coming in to waste their time with us.
Andrew Lorenzen says, biggest influences? Mitch Murder, FM84, M83.
Is he asking us if they are, or is he telling us they are?
No, they all have question marks behind them.
Oh, so say that again.
What are your biggest influences?
Mitch Murder or FM84 or?
It's not an or. He's just sort of throwing up suggestions.
I love them all. I feel like I started doing this before when I didn't know Colin FN84. I got to know him when Days of Thunder came out because he started following us on Instagram, Twitter, and then we got talking. And he's just a great guy. He lives in San Francisco. I think my personal influences come outside of the synthwave. It's more indie rock and pop and that kind of thing. And then all my influences, Phil Collins, Police, Toto, Peter Gabriel, Genesis, all that stuff, Michael McDonald, a lot of that stuff. Yeah, I kind of tend to take for. What about you? What's your influences when you're writing for this stuff?
Honestly, it's a very pretentious answer. William Carlos Williams, Ezra Pound, like these very visceral sort of image-based poets. I really like writing midnight songs because I can be. I don't have to say things in a very specific way. It's not like writing a country song. It's very image-based and how the images sort of exist in their own world.
Yeah.
So it's really fun writing for the midnight songs, and they come usually much quicker. Our writing, we're a little more productive than we probably should be. Like, I know you guys haven't heard a lot of new stuff, but there's a lot on the computer right now.
There is. It is. Our process is quite fast in terms of the writing, because you kind of spit out lyrics really fast, and I'll spit out some chords, and then usually the hard work is me sweating in the studio about the tracks.
Yes, I feel bad for Tim.
No. It's a hell of my own making.
Yeah, it's been cool this year. I have a separate project under my own name too, and I write. I try and write 3 to 6 songs a month for that, and it's been really nice to be able to kind of like rob my own cache of lyrics and put them into midnight songs.
You should tell them what that thing is so they can find it.
It's called The Secret Layer. It's on Bandcamp. My artist name is Tyler Lyle, and it's folk music, and there's a large chance that you might not like it.
But there's also a good chance that
But if you do like it, I put out an album every month, or a 3-song to 6-song EP every month. Thanks for Synthwave TV for sharing the video. We appreciate that. Cheers from Portugal. Hi, Marcelo. Back. I love your profile picture. Hi, Kevin. Cody, what's up? Colorado.
So are the comments just updating by themselves? Is that what's...
No, gotta reload them.
Ah.
But we're getting more.
That's awesome.
Colin has mentioned that he was heavily inspired by the Midnight. That's nice.
That's amazing. Can we Colin?
I don't know. It just says Colin.
Where?
Tim.
Tim is saying that. Yeah, Colin, that's FM84. He told me that Los Angeles was the song that inspired him to do his EP called Los Angeles. I think he heard us and was like, I should get back into music, and he started doing this thing, and obviously he's done amazing with it. So, and his album Atlas, everyone who doesn't know it should go check it out because it's incredible. It's awesome.
When will you be back on the Beyond Synth podcast?
I don't know when Andy will. He probably won't have us back because I messed it up last time because I forgot to press record.
He did.
And he's awesome though. We've been on twice. That's great.
Thank you, Kelsey. That's really nice. If I remind you of Bob Dylan, that's because I listened to too much Bob Dylan.
Is that possible? I don't think that's possible.
Yes.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I bought this one, guys. Check this out. Look how rad this is. Oh, you see? I'm gonna put this in the background. Can you see this? Is that even? Oh no, it's too far away. No one can see it. Well, that was a pointless little
mise en scène. Okay, from Oliver Ridgway, from We Move Forward, is the girl hanging out of a third-story window a real event? What a lovely question. Thank you for asking
Good
perceptive questions. No one has ever asked me this question. The answer is yes. I was in Rouen, France. I lived in Paris for a while, and I was back visiting some friends. And I saw this old, almost medieval kind of era stone building that had apartments in it, and there was a small little terraced, like window garden, and a lady was smoking a cigarette in a black dress, and she became a part of that song. So it was, yes, it absolutely, that was a real event, but it wasn't in my story. It was just something that I saw and thought could be a song. Has there been any unreleased songs that were cut from Days of Thunder or Endless Summer? That's Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've actually had a lot of false starts.
Yeah, there's a lot of loose. Maybe there's
probably enough for like a deluxe album. Like yeah. we could probably have like 5 or 6 songs out there that have been cut.
But also, I feel like there's a reason they didn't make it on the album. I think Bend was supposed to be the last song. Bend was the bonus track for the vinyls, and we were thinking it as like the last song on the album, and it just didn't fit once the album was done. It was like, this kind of doesn't fit in, but I was so glad that we could release it as a little bonus track.
Pez Langley wants to know, if you had the chance, would you work with Childish Gambino?
I don't know who that is.
That's Donald Glover. He's the new Lando
he's
Calrissian. He's Atlanta, the show. Do you know that show?
I know the show. I haven't seen it, but
yes,
wait,
of
he's
course.
A rapper,
Yeah. His nom de plume is Childish Gambino.
Sick.
His newest record was so awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for him.
Right. I want to check that out. Childish
Gambino. Jonas says, in all caps, "Explain Jason, please."
That's a song that I wrote the beginning of it with Nikki Flores, in 2014, before Days of Thunder, the EP Days of Thunder came out, and it was just sitting there for a while. It was never meant for the midnight, but I was kind of in the 80s vibe or whatever. So we wrote that, and it only had a first verse and the pre-chorus and the chorus. And then, as we had released Days of Thunder, about 7 months later or whatever, Tyler was in LA, and I was like, I played him Jason. I was like, I wrote this thing with Nikki, and she's great, and listen to it, and you were down to write a second verse, and it sort of became this.
It's third person for the first verse, and first person for the second verse. So that's your key to figuring.
Yeah, I gave you the history of the song there. I don't know why I did that, but
Jason is he's a restless spirit, like a Kerouac or like
I always looked at it as like it's the story about the leading man in every 80s
movie. Or every like bad indie rock band who gets too old, I think that's what Jason. Yeah, who is Jason and what is he chasing?
That's what we all want to know.
What is your Jason chasing is the better question. Okay, Simon, thank you for wearing our shirt. It looks great on you in your profile picture.
Can I see?
It's amazing job of merchandise. There we go. So we have new shirts, and we have. You're probably the better person to talk about this.
Yeah, it's been a longer process just because I wanted to find the right printers and online distributors and all that stuff. But we found we've got 3 new designs coming up. Obviously, our my main logo on black on t-shirts and hoodies, and then we've got the amazing design by Yoko Honda t-shirts and hoodies, and also it's called One Speg, the guy that did our logo. He did this sunset kind of with a palm tree and a sun, and it's awesome. And that will also be available on t-shirts and hoodies, so it's good.
Tyler Douglas wants to know, does Jason do the drugs with Gloria?
You are the guy to answer that. Does he? I really want to know, too.
And they want to know if Jason is about the character from the film Jason. No.
Wait, there's a film called Jason?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. That's not called Jason.
Well, no. Jason, Yes.
Yes.
Jason does not do drugs with Gloria. In my mind, so I'm from the South, and we have like weird expressions. Glory, like oh glory. It's just like a nice way to say yeah. So in my mind, when I wrote that line, Gloria was just an exclamation of happiness, like in Excelsis Deo, like the Christmas song, where they sing "Glory." Sorry.
That's good.
Tim's like, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking. No, I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just an expression. It's not a person. Oh Gloria, I feel so much better. It's like saying, oh glory. Sorry. Synthetic is one of your most emotional songs. Whoever wrote it, how are you holding up?
I wrote it, and I'm okay. But thank you, and thanks to the song, I got it all out, and I'm doing much better. Thank you very much for asking.
How sounds the test pressing? I am very much looking forward for you holding it in your hand too, Kevin. It sounds great.
It sounds awesome. It sounds amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I was so relieved. I was very worried, and it sounded great. Yeah.
Do you know a video game named Payday?
No.
We don't know what that is, Pez.
PD.
Yep. Hi, New Orleans. Hi, Moscow.
Wow.
Are we going to put out physical CDs at some point? If we had 1,000 people who would want a CD, we would absolutely make one. But it's a I don't have even a way to listen to a CD.
That's one thing I don't understand. I get the vinyl, totally. I even get the cassette tape. But a CD is literally one-to-one the same quality as you could download on Bandcamp. And when you can burn a CD. I don't get it. Like, is it because you just want the artwork in a small... Because you could print that too, or you could at least... I don't know why you would get it done. I'm so fascinated as to why.
I mean, people still drive cars and have CD collections.
That's why I'm saying.
I think older people, not that you're an older person if you want a CD, but people have collections of those things, and it's like a little library.
I know that you can burn yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, there's some
it's official
austerity.
Yeah,
it's
So it's because you want the actual maybe the cover and the lyrics and maybe there's that. That's that.
Genevieve says, my 2-year-old adores your music and requests Days of Thunder every time we go for a drive.
That's awesome.
Proud of his taste in music.
Sounds like he's one of life's winners right now.
We're proud of his taste in music too. CDs are so 80s, says Chris Tingwell.
This is true.
What? At the International Space...
we had a little glitch. We're good. I think
we're good.
Back.
Okay. The International Space Station.
Oh my God!
Are you watching from orbit?
Wait, no.
Surely there's another ISS.
Ask him if he's...
I can't click your profile. If you actually are, then that's incredible.
That is insane if he is.
Yeah, Synthwave TV. How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Thanks for joining in. Yeah, if you want a live set on Synthwave TV.
Oh,
man. I don't know what that means, but
maybe a DJ set, or he wants a live show with both of us. I don't even know how to do that.
Simon has a cassette player. Yeah, cassettes are great. But
I hear a caveat.
They don't have the nearly the audio fidelity. They have the portability, but if you're gonna use something other than your phone or your computer to listen to music.
True. But cassette also has a bit of a tape compression that's really awesome that I like. Anyway.
Tim, this question's for you. Who have you produced for, and who would you like to produce?
I produced for mostly European acts. I did one song on New Kids on the Block's latest album because the team I work for did half of the album and most of the album. That was back in 2013, I think. And I've done a bunch of stuff. I did a track for Diddy's album in 2008 and Lil Wayne. I've done some stuff for a Danish singer-songwriter called Medina. She's like an electro-pop artist. I've done some stuff for a bunch of boy bands back there. And JLS is a British boy band they were in X Factor in England. I did 2 songs for them. One song called Eyes Wide Shut, which was one of their singles. And another one called Superhero. I did... what else have I done?
I have... So, Brian is in space, big time, he says. Which is...
That is insane. That is craziness. What are you doing wasting your time looking at our faces? Look at the moon or something.
Quick, do a live stream so we can join you.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck, that is craziness.
We gotta follow you, Brian.
Yeah. And people I want to produce for 1975, Coldplay. I mean, so many. Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. I'd remix the fuck out of all of them, but I'd love to work with them. Coldplay for sure, and 1975 probably. Japanese House, love them. Anyway.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. They want to know...
The guy's in space.
Yeah, Yeah, let's take a moment.
Insane. It is insane! What is... oh my god.
Could you just take a picture of what's going on?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Wait, can he post a picture as a comment?
I don't know.
Can you do that? What's his name?
I don't think so. I just reloaded it.
That's
crazy. Amazing. Thank you for doing something with your life. I just came back from the veggie grill and We took Winston for a walk outside.
Yeah, Winston's sleeping right here. That's my little guy.
And you are in
chilling.
space, sir. That's incredible.
What's the band? That must cost so much money to just waste it on us. Oh, I'm going to watch these guys. Man.
Okay, who plays the sax?
A good friend of mine. He's a Danish saxophone player called Thomas Edinger, is his name. And he's incredible. He plays with, he's touring with Lucas Graham, another Danish band that are doing really well in the States at the moment. And he's just the best. He's amazing.
Tesla or DeLorean?
80s, DeLorean. Now, Tesla.
Oh, Brian says, Tyler, this didn't work. I just wanted you to answer my Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds answer. Is that who I like more? I don't have a preference at all. I think they're both fine looking young men and
very handsome. Very handsome.
Very handsome. I would let either of them nibble on my ear. My wife would be okay with it.
Said ear.
Sending love from Spain. Any plans on a European tour? So, this is, if anybody is, connected in some way to like the touring world, we are at this point we are cheap and easy. We would love to come and play your space. We need to get a few shows under our belt, but yeah, we have all of the means and ways to do it. It's just a matter of kind of finding time and finding the opportunity. So,
yes,
if you want to have us to your hometown and have a good connection at a venue or something, let us know. Any new remixes?
No more remixes in the pipeline. I finished the Kira remix, and that came out, and I finished the Clubhouse. Look, that's the Kira remix. Oceans Away remix, and they're both out, and there's nothing more in the pipeline. There might be one that I might be remixing, but I'm not sure yet. But what are they called? Oh, I forgot their name. They're great. Anyway, but really right now is also the main thing on the table is the next album and writing and new tracks and stuff.
Somebody's very upset that we don't have 80s haircuts.
Maybe I don't know what an 80s haircut looks like.
I need to get a perm. That's what I need.
Maybe the perm. I've definitely got the perm going on.
Hello back. Hi, Ivan from Belarus. Would you ever consider scoring for film or TV?
Yeah, I would love to.
So Robert says he has dibs, if so.
Wait, is this Robert Panico?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Yeah, I would, because that's what Robert also does. And I would love to. I would love to at some point score for a movie or a TV show or whatever. It would have to be within the aesthetic of what I do. Obviously, I could never try to be someone like James Horner or Hans Zimmer. But I'm probably more in the line of M83 and Cliff Martinez and all these guys.
Nikki Tink asks, if it's not the drugs and it's not the weather, why do you feel so much better today?
That is true. That is a good question, Tyler.
It was all a lie. It was the drugs and the weather. That's
usually how it goes.
Okay, what inspired the song Los Angeles? What is the song Los Angeles about? It is about a mystical revelation. It's about like coming down after you've seen something sort of metaphysical that maybe you weren't supposed to see. It's like coming back from a hallucination or a vision. And it was written during and in my departure from Los Angeles. I kind of wanted to write a love song because Los Angeles is just a shortened name for like our Mother of the Angels. So I thought of the Mother of the Angels as being kind of a patron saint that was giving us a mystical vision. So that's what Los Angeles is about. That's a little too wordy of an answer, I think.
That's why we're here.
Simon asks, how much to play in your back garden in the UK? For Pims and some biscuits. Is that what you guys call them? There?
Biscuits, yeah.
We're not quite to backyard level yet.
Yeah.
One day we might get there.
Hopefully.
The Cure. Tour coming soon. Chicago needs you. Any musical influences from video games? That's a good one.
Ooh. You're more of a gamer than I am.
Am I? I get addicted to cell phone games, but I was once a gamer.
Yeah.
Are you guys gamers?
I feel like we have some gamers in our midst. To quote Portlandia, is it mist or midst? Mist. Kidding. 255 live streams.
Wow,
live
good.
people, whatever.
Why is the song called Daytona? So Daytona is a classic spring break spot in Florida.
And known for its...
known for 80s parties, boobs, airbrush tattoos,
well, and
stock
Formula
cars.
1 racing.
There you go. Well, no, not Formula 1.
No, Formula 1, sorry. No.
NASCAR.
NASCAR, sorry.
Formula 1 is
I'm
fine
sorry.
champagne. NASCAR is moonshine.
Yeah. And it just... It sort of gave me those connotations. It's just a good word.
Algeria? We've got a question in...
That's rad. Algeria.
In Arabic, also.
What?
Wait,
can you translate it?
Not on the...
There's not a...
Not right now. Thank you guys so much. Like, it's sort of mind-blowing that you guys are...
It has to be said also that Tyler obviously lives in New York, and I do all our social media, so it's crazy that we're in the same room and you are able to connect with people like I do on a daily basis. That's what I'm saying.
It's amazing.
People really like us. They really, really like us. Sally Field, call back. Anyway.
So Eric asks, more wide open music, like The Years coming.
What is wide open music?
I think it's like maybe formless or like in a kind of open form. Didn't we do something in New York last month that was kind of a little more?
Oh, the Kingdom one, Photograph.
Yeah,
that has a year's deal.
Yes, Eric. There is something that kind of is reminiscent of that.
Probably going to be maybe the last song on the next album. I think that has a bit of that tempo and a little bit of the... I'm not sure what you mean by open, wide open music. Maybe that it's spacious. Is that what you mean? I don't
know. Tim, when did you move from Denmark?
Late 2012, when I got my visa.
I worked with you when you were still living.
Yeah.
We started working when you were still in Denmark.
Well, we met when I was here for 3 months.
Right.
Exactly 5 years ago.
Wow.
April 2012. And then I was here for 3 months on a tourist visa, and obviously I wasn't officially working, so don't tell anyone that. We just met we had a coffee. We certainly didn't write Gloria, or we moved forward that day. And then I went home and waited for I was home for 4 months in Denmark, and then I came back in the fall, and then I'm about to apply for green card, so yeah. That's my life.
Do you know any immigration lawyers?
Yeah.
Who could,
Hey-o.
Holla. What influences are you pulling from for the new album? Great question.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about this a lot. And when you start with an influence, that doesn't mean that you're going to end with that similar influence.
Yeah.
There are sort of things that we're looking at to kind of pull from.
Yeah, it's like jumping off points.
And what are those things, Tim?
Well, Tyler.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you now.
Tell me.
You ready?
Yeah.
I think we both... actually, it was your idea.
Yeah.
To kind of go...
A little darker.
It's going to be a little darker.
Yeah.
We're leaning into the aesthetic of The Equalizer and what else? Vampires a little bit more. It's going to feel a little bit more... our starting point was the way there's a darkness in the score for Stranger Things and early John Carpenter movies, that kind of thing. But obviously, it going through us, it gets filtered and there's... It's going to be our aesthetic, but also lyrically. Mm-hmm. I think you can speak to that. You're very tuned to.
Yeah,
that.
I've been reading a lot of weird books about the future. Homo Deus is one. Thank You for Being Late is another. Trying to envision kind of what humanity looks like with artificial intelligence and robotics mesh. Kind of like an American blue-collar, small town, and the disappearance of that. So, thematically, I think we're telling one big story.
I think the next album will feel less summery. The Endless Summer was kind of I don't want to say it's the epitome of the summer album, but I certainly went to get that feel-good summer... feel-good music, but the next one will definitely have a slightly darker tone. But there will, for everyone who loved Jason and Sunset and Endless Summer, there's going to be that, because that's kind of what we are. So there certainly will be those kind of vibes.
But it could turn out to be the happiest, most
yeah, we don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass right now.
It's still in the washing machine right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Denmark is huge in CSGO. Do you follow that scene?
I don't know what CSGO is.
We don't know.
CSGO.
Okay, so who is Crockett and why does he want revenge?
Well, if you don't know who Crockett is, I don't know that I can be your friend. If you've never seen an episode of Miami Vice and don't know who Don Johnson is and the role he played, you need to go and do your homework, mister. And obviously he needs revenge because he's motherfucking Crockett. I don't know. That was a shitty answer. That's a douchey answer. I'm sorry.
Okay, Victor is asking about the Talamanca remix of We Move Forward. Do you like songs like that? He asks.
It's our song.
Yes.
Oh, you like the mix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to a lot of progressive house when I first moved to LA. Like, that was kind of... That's why We Move Forward inherently sounds a bit more housey, because that was kind of what I was doing, a lot of the electro and listening to people like Deadmau5 and, early Avicii and Porter Robinson, all those guys. And Zed was just coming up at that moment. So, yeah, it has a bit more of a housey feel. So it kind of was an extension of that when Talamanca did a remix, and I think he did a fantastic job. And it was different enough from our aesthetic, so it was kind of interesting to hear.
Right. I like this one. Have you ever gotten into arguments about lyrics or directions of a song?
I don't think we've ever had an argument about it.
I think we both have very strong taste.
Yeah.
But your realm is like very specifically the production end.
Yeah.
And if I feel like if you really hate a lyric, then I think we'll try and compromise. But generally, like when I have a strong opinion, I'll stick to it.
And I think if there's something I'm like, what about? I might question it, and then if you go, no, trust me, this is the right, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and also at the same time, if I'm sitting there going, I hate this, there's no point in, and vice versa. If I'm doing something and you're like, I don't like it, well, then it's not going to be a midnight song.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So we've never had arguments, but you have discussions and you go back and forth.
What was the inspiration for the song "Comeback Kid"? It came to me with that title.
It was called I sent you a track called "The Kid."
Ah, that's right.
Which is shout out to my buddy Tice Anderson. Boom. Denmark, ayo! He was like, you should call the track The Kid. And I was like, that's awesome. And I sent it to Tyler, and you wrote The Comeback Kid. I was like, this is perfect. Well, what was the inspiration for the lyrics?
I liked, I liked The Kid. I'm the blue-eyed, I'm the comeback kid. I'm the clear-eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came very quickly. That was a very quick song to write. That was the last one we wrote for that record. That's
the one I've listened the most to, because it's the one that's freshest on my mind that I haven't slaved on for 2 weeks.
Did you ever answer my question?
Yeah, what was the question?
How do you come up with the cool captions for your pictures on Instagram?
Oh my god. Just because I'm a nerd, and that's all I do all day.
And where do you get the cool pictures from?
Tumblr, Google, whatever. Maybe other Instagram accounts, and then I always link to their account. And it's just kind of whatever I'm feeling at the time when I look at the image. I tend to come up with something that thematically feels dope.
I like Miguel. He's got snappy comments.
What's he saying?
He says, "Give me $1 for every synthwave album that has City in one."
Yeah,
of the
good point.
Names.
But tell me, it's still dope though. I'm not gonna think it's not dope.
Nikki Tink says we thought Comeback Kid was about Karate Kid. It is, absolutely. If you want it to be.
That was a good answer.
Listen, this is half of the song is the author's input, and half of it is the listener. We code each about 50%. So it's amazing to hear what people think some songs are about, because we don't know. We're just putting words together. It's a miracle that they even rhyme.
This is our third member of the Midnight. This is Winston, and he does a lot of the drum programming. He knows he's dope. He doesn't have to prove it. he gets 80% just for being in the room of a song, and that's how he rolls. He's very tired.
Yeah, Winston. He
Beware of the beast.
He wanted a cat earlier.
Yeah, he was trying to eat a cat.
Okay, I like this one. What kinds of jobs did you guys have through your teenage years?
My first job was at McDonald's. That's the kind of stand-up guy I am. I had all kind of like office jobs. I lived in London for a while. Random office jobs. Kind of what I did. What about you? What did you do?
I was I laid sod, so I was a landscape person. I did a lot of weed eating and cutting grass. I worked for a valet company. I was a burger delivery guy in Atlanta, Georgia for a while. I was an English teacher in Paris.
I didn't even know that.
That was the last job I had. Now it's just mucking about.
Mm-hmm.
What was the inspiration for Lonely City?
Ooh.
Okay. I can. So lyrically, I'll let Tim do the music. But so when I first moved to New York 2.5-3 years ago, we moved into a new building, and it was a new glass tower, and the gym was on the 37th floor, and I would run on the treadmill and look out over all the buildings, and you could see all of the lights and people in it, and I just kind of imagined while I was running on the treadmill like a love story / stalker story of these two people that kind of check in on each other.
You're thinking of Nighthawks.
Oh, that's Nighthawks.
Yeah, but it sort of was written to each other.
The Lonely City doesn't have lyrics.
No, that was. Oh, the Lonely City. Lonely City was supposed to be the chorus to Nighthawks.
That's right.
Which is why it's the same key and the same tempo.
That's right.
But it felt better to. We had a whole like in a lonely city, watching each other, some kind of melody, and it just became a little wordy, and it felt cooler to do it as a sample, like a vocal sample pitched up thing, and make it a separate song. So it sort of flows into, it's like an extension of a progression of Nighthawks, but Nighthawks is what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Tim, for the compliment. Tim Sheely. She.
I've talked to Tim on Twitter a few times.
What is nerds? Bill Shepard just says nerds.
Yeah, well, we're massive nerds. That's true.
There's also a book called The Lonely City by Olivia Lang that I was reading at the time when we wrote that. So that's probably where that came from. It's a great book. You should read it. It's about sad New York.
Winston, you're not bringing much to the table right now. He looks like a stormtrooper, doesn't he?
He doesn't even get excited for treats.
There's nothing. No, he gets excited.
Does he?
He will get very excited.
He seems very docile.
Treats and squirrels. All right, buddy.
Albert, yes, I do still live in New York City. I live in Brooklyn, and I make music from my apartment. Okay, Tony Duffy wants to know, where would you like to be in 5 years' time with your music?
I would love for it to continue and be able to make a great living off of it, and just evolving this genre and seeing where it could go, and working with producing for other big bands too, and touring the world. I mean, my plan has never been like, I want to be a rock star. I almost
gilded golden castles,
or even the life of like being on tour. Like where I love to be is in the studio and creating and stuff, and doing the social media and talking to everyone. It was a great experience. Tyler has obviously performed live so many times for his own project. I've only DJed kind of once or twice with the Midnight, and it was great. So it'll be a whole new world to play live and stuff. But I would love to build on that. And yeah, it's just amazing to have this kind of fan base of people that like what we do, and you're connecting with people. It's like kindred spirits, really. And I always enjoy meeting new people. So that's kind of how I see. I don't know. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I like writing songs. I like the creative process with you, and I think that we're doing a good job of kind of keeping up with output. I know you guys don't see what we're working on, but the output is really good. We've probably got, a rough draft of 4 or 5 songs for the next album, kind of going in the right direction. I would like to continually make stuff and push the boundaries because synthwave and like retrowave is very cool. And maybe the reason that it's so interesting for us is that we're both signed to publishing companies. We're both professional musicians, and we come at it rather than as like a hobbyist or somebody who's at home self-teaching. We've kind of been in the industry, and so would be cool to push the synthwave sound in different kind of new directions because synthwave is so sort of new and experimental.
True.
We'd like to get weird with it. That's where I'd like to be in 5 years.
I agree, and that's probably one of the few challenges I feel like I'm facing. That how do you keep the genre fresh on a genre that is so, I don't want to say it's limited, but the aesthetic, you can't go too modern. So as a producer, my challenge is always to make that choice of how modern does it need to feel and punchy and high fidelity, and also how true should you be to the old kind of the but I don't want to make it dogma music where there has a rule set, and that's boring to me. So it'll evolve and hopefully change into a new thing.
Brian says, I'm starting to think maybe not on the space station. Have you considered mixing bluegrass or bhangra with your aesthetic? No, but
bluegrass and what?
Bhangra. I guess that's like an Indian, some kind of Asian flavor thing.
Maybe lyrically. That would probably not happen in what I do, what I am good at and like to do.
It would be cool to do, to do like a little project album and not call it the Midnight, but
if I could do it,
if we like chopped up like old gospel-y hymns and like Sacred Harp, like very folk, like a old,
could be
like early 20th century kind of stuff. That could be
fun. Yes,
anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Good night from
Don't
Scotland.
promise them anything.
Sorry, guys. Poor Tim is the one fielding all the requests for like the vinyl and merch and all that sort of stuff. Bless him.
Oh wow.
Who sings on your albums? I sing most songs, but you did synthetic.
I sung on synthetic, and there's another song, Comment. Comet.
Did you release Comet?
No. I'm maybe thinking it could go on the next album.
Yeah, Tim has an amazing voice. Both of our music educations, we have respect for some of the similar artists, but kind of both come from different places.
Yeah.
And I love that Tim sings on some tracks, but it's
always going to be this guy who's going to be the lead. Like I will do one or two songs here and there, but that's not really my jam.
Saxophone in the next album? Why, yes.
Yeah, I definitely. I haven't thought that far. We don't really know what the album is going to look like yet, so I don't know which songs and how many. But for sure, yeah.
Tim wants to know, what was the name of the VST that you used to pitch up your vocals on Lonely City?
That's Contact. That's a sampler called Contact from Native Instruments, and it has a function where you can lay the sample out and play it in different keys, but without it losing time. It'll stay in the same tempo. So Contact.
Chris Tidwell says, Lonely City is the modern side of synthwave.
Yeah, that's dope. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you guys do to help break out of writer's block or when you aren't feeling too creative?
Go do something else. That's what I do.
Yeah. I imagine a world where I have to get a real job, and I snap right back into it.
But I think also the whole thing called writer's block, I feel like, I don't want to discount it by saying it's a myth, but I think it's part of the process. I feel blocked all the time. It's just part of the process. Like,
yeah, you kind of push through the block into something else.
That's where maybe skill kicks in, and you go, okay, well, we have to keep going or whatever.
Yeah.
Writer's block is a constant part of my process in terms of producing a track. I'll spend, sometimes it just doesn't feel right, and you'll go through many iterations, and then suddenly through one weird thing, it'll make it sound right, and then you'll feel inspired to keep going. It's just part of the process for me.
Okay, so for everyone tuning in late, Luis Valdez.
Welcome.
Yes, vinyls, CDs, cassettes, when?
It's your turn now.
Okay,
I'm gonna put on my jacket.
Show them Winston again. They want to see Winston.
Winston, where is he? He's in his house. Buddy, you want to come out?
So vinyls, we said at the top of the live stream, we listened to the test pressing this morning. They sound amazing. So they have, the test pressing has been made. It'll be a couple months, who knows, until everything else gets shipped. But it's usually a quick process from here on out. So soon is as specific as we can get. But they are coming, and they are. There's just one more step, and that's receiving them in the mail. So.
Well, I think they need to be pressed, right? They need to press 600 vinyls now. I don't know how long that will take. Do you know?
I don't. So, a week to a year. How about that?
Yeah.
No, I think in the next few months.
We've
we've been on the road for such a long time with this. Tim's mainly had to deal with most of the customer service, which is thanks Crates for helping us out. Thanks for donating. Everyone else.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for supporting.
Native is amazing.
Is this even worth it for all of you tuning in? Is it fun to just stare at us? I don't know if this is fun for everyone. It's fun for me. I like it, but I feel like I'm also wasting everybody's time. But maybe that's.
What's? Okay.
Wow, we've been going for an hour.
That's a long time. Maybe we'll give it another 10 minutes and then we'll.
Yeah, let's do another 10 minutes.
What's the sample at sunset? At the beginning of sunset.
Oh, everyone wants to know. I could tell you, but I would have to kill you all. I kind of don't want to say because it'll lose the magic.
All right.
Because it's it has that feel of a movie. It feels like it's from a movie, but I don't want to say what movie it is. Or even where it came from. It appeared from the heavens above.
The people answered your question if this was worth tuning in for.
What did they say?
That's great.
They say no.
Ryan says, I'm half asleep at 6:40 a.m. So great to wake up to. Kevin Skaggs says, it's informative. Chris says, I'm digging it.
Wait, Kevin Skaggs?
Yeah.
What? I know him. That's my buddy. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Kevin. Megan Mullen says, yes, I have a lot of free time.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate it.
Okay, Dallas is all about a hard hitter. What are your views on Christ, God, and Christianity? That's way deep for a Sunday afternoon.
You're on.
If you're not comfortable answering, it's okay. Just wanted to see if you'd be willing to take a stab at it. I grew up in the South, Dallas, which means that I was steeped in Protestant Christianity from a very early age. I studied philosophy and comparative religion in college and slowly kind of stepped away. My wife and I go to a Unitarian church in Brooklyn, which means that we think that there's a God, but we're not sure, and we're not going to put too fine a point on it. So I've kind of, I've walked away from my childhood faith, but I have, most everyone that I know is still a good Protestant Christian in the South. I once was one of those, and now I'm less of that.
I would say I'm less religious and more spiritual. I tend to follow more Buddhism and stuff like that. I grew up in a home that was very open to Buddhism and native Indians and all kinds of stuff. So I'm very open to all that stuff. I'm a bit of a hippie, but I like to think about things like law of attraction and stuff like that. But I don't follow one particular religion.
Will the new album be released in 2017? That is the plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
I would say yeah.
And we're kind of on track for that.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think
can say that.
I think the workload is manageable.
It's doable.
Okay. So yes, it's almost 2 a.m. wherever you are. Auntie, I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for joining us. We're gonna go on until. Oh wow.
Oh, that's like she's in Denmark or Sweden or Norway or England or something.
I promise, sleep is worth way more than whatever disinformation you'll get from us. We'll go on for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll be out.
Then let you go to bed.
We'll be out, and then we'll get to making some music here.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd ever want an 8-string guitar on a track, let me know. That's an
enticing offer.
That's an offer I've never heard anyone make before. So.
As long as it's 8 G strings. Heyo!
Okay, Ryan James Keene says, philosophy, what's your opinion on Kant? Well,
what is that?
Of course, Kant killed metaphysics in favor of epistemology, but I think Hegel has the most compelling, metaphysics. This is just for Ryan. I like Kant. I like the categorical imperative. I think his moral philosophy is good. But Hegel, I'm more of a Hegelian in my metaphysical outlook. Boom.
This is why you're in the group, because you make us sound really smart.
Come play in Melbourne. Done. Buddhism, come to China. Winter dance tunes. That's apropos of nothing. That's a really... are we going to get a U.S. tour? We would love that. If you're a touring band and are playing venues and want to bring us along for a few dates,
That'd be fantastic. We're open.
We're ready to stretch our music touring legs. Have you ever listened to the Birthday Massacre?
Is that a band?
I think so.
I hope it's a band. Otherwise, it's a really edgy question.
Do either of you guys have a favorite musical key?
No, I don't. Do you? Do you have a key you like to sing in?
I don't. I like E flat, but as I get a little older, my voice gets a little lower. So I like to. I'm gonna say D definitively.
Yeah.
Tyler, you lie like cheap Japanese watch. The midnight is definitely more important.
You lie like a cheap Japanese watch.
That's I'm not sure.
I don't know what it means.
The midnight is your religion. That's not advised. Spotify single drop anytime soon.
We're dropping a single later today. Kidding! That was so mean. I'm sorry. We're not.
But we're gonna make the new single today.
We're making the new single. That's for sure.
Ooh, no categorical imperative. Hegel is so much better. Yeah, the Hegelian dialectic. We should all strive to live our lives this way.
I love that you're just using this live stream to connect with one person who knows what you're talking about.
I'm a Kant guy too, says Eric.
Oh, okay.
I teach high school English and philosophy, and sometimes your music is on between classes. Very cool.
That is very cool.
Well, know that you've got a philosophy nerd in the midnight.
Yeah, we're sorry to ruin the youth with our music.
Let's. Oh yes, it's a band.
Gotcha.
Do a tour with FM84. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've been talking to Colin FM84 about doing a one-off live show here in LA, maybe San Francisco, but it makes more sense to do it here in LA. And we would have Tyler come over, and he would fly. What's his name? The singer from Britain. Anyway, all get together and kind of do a show with both of us. That would be fun. But again, the logistics and stuff.
Simon Hammond, you've given the most interesting comments today. He asks, "Do you think I'm a stalker?" We didn't until now. That's very stalker behavior, is to ask if we think you're a stalker.
If you have to ask yourself that question, I think you need to reevaluate. I like stalkers. It makes me feel important. So I just want to say thank you.
Christofari Gordonius Brownstone says, "Come to New York City." Yes.
You live there?
Yeah, I live there, and I assume
you
you live in a brownstone. I also live in Brownstone, Brooklyn. Yeah, I play out live. Maybe I should try and learn some midnight songs on the guitar.
I mean,
that might increase my audience.
I've been waiting to say that, waiting for you to say that for years. But
okay, Dallas says, "Thanks for answering questions about your faith," and then gives us a Bible verse. Yes, bless you, Dallas.
Thanks for tuning in.
What type of keyboard chords are giving that '80s feel?
It really is voicing. So I think how you voice the chords. It's just naturally what I like. Maybe because it's what I grew up listening to. Those type of chords. Extensions in the chords. I really couldn't tell you technically what the theory behind it. I don't think like that so much, but it's really just the voicings, and find a really good song that you love, and try to find out the bass notes, and then you can find out what top notes kind of go with it. Top notes, that's probably completely wrong. That shows you how dumb I am. Like, I don't even know what it's called. That was a really shitty answer, sorry.
Any last questions? We're gonna...
Before we round it up.
We're gonna let you guys go to sleep / wake up. So, any final questions?
Hit us.
What kind of patches, mostly?
Patches by that, I mean, I think he means what synths, maybe. I love Spire. I love Diva. I've really been getting into Diva lately. Tal. It's called X, I think it's called. But I've only started using that one now. Vanguard is amazing. Nexus is dope too. That's like the synths. So patches is where I don't know where I get my sound from. I'll just go through all kinds of random preset packs and then fiddle with it until I like it.
Cool. Will you direct a music video?
Probably never. Will you? Will we make one for ourselves, or will we direct one for someone else?
Actually, people have been asking whether or not we'll make one for ourselves.
Oh,
okay. But I think that one was to direct. We don't know. If any of you guys want to tinker around with our song, though.
Yeah, I think
there's been some really cool fan videos.
Yeah, I love to see those fan videos. That's awesome when people do that.
Watching from LA. Come have coffee with us, Danny. Winston should be the next cover for the next album. All right, you guys. I think we're gonna get some songs written.
Let's do that.
This has been so fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, this was almost an hour and 15 minutes. Thank you so much. You made this fun. It felt like 15 minutes. Not even joking. It did. Thank you for tuning in. That was incredible. I thought we were going to be lucky if we had 20 people. So this was so fun. I want to do this again. Yeah. Thank you, and
have a great day.
Yeah, and thank you for your support.
And we've got more music coming. Your vinyl's on its way, almost.
All right. We love y'all. Bye.